class. Today we're going to make a tin can robot. And what I've already done is I've taken everything out of the box and I've laid it out so that I know exactly what to do. And so I've labeled them all 1 to 15. 15 is our can that we're going to use. So I'm going to put this to the side because we don't need it till the very last step. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the body of the robot and we're going to take these plastic pieces and go ahead and put them in. There's little slots here up at the top. You're going to go ahead and stick it in there. Then you're going to take one of these tiny screws and put it in the back. And go ahead and screw that in. And then you're going to take the other one, put it down at the bottom, same way. And go ahead and put this screw down here in the bottom. Okay, and the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your battery compartment. I've already gone ahead and put the screws in here because they're really small holes and kind of hard to get in there. There are 2 square holes right here, and you want to take the red wire and put it in the left. You want to take the black wire and put it in the right, and then go ahead and make sure that those screws fit down into the casing, and go ahead and screw those in. Okay, then you want to take the motor, and the motor is going to go right below on the back side, and you want to make sure that your wires are opposite. So where this one is the red, this one is the black, you want to have it opposite. So then the black one is going to go in there, and the red one goes, there's 2 squares there, and you're going to need to get the black one in this side and the red one in this side, and then go ahead and fit it in there. Make sure it's all nice and tight. Next thing you want to do is grab your wheels, and hopefully in your case the wheel joints have already gone on. You will have a little bit of oil that I will bring around to you, so when you're ready all you need to do is ask. So then you just want to take this little bit of oil and go ahead and work it on your wheel. Then you go ahead, and there's 2 spots right there, and you go ahead and fit it on there. Then you're going to take this casing part and go ahead and fit it also onto the joints right here, okay, and it fits down nicely. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your screws and you're going to go ahead and screw those down into it. So I'll take one of these screws and get it in. And then I'll do the other one. Screw it on down in. And then the 2 down here at the back, need to do the same thing. And then the 4th one goes in. Go ahead and get it screwed down in. Okay. Make sure your screws are in nice and tight. Alright. Then we're going to take the wires, and you're going to make sure that the black lines up with a red, and then you're going to go ahead and twist the wire just a little bit, making sure that they connect there. And just twist it a little bit so they connect. And then there's these little eyes right here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in there, making sure both wires are in there. And then there's these plastic small buttons that your buttons will go right into that with both wires, okay? And it will fit right in there and secure your wires down. Push it in. And then on the other side you're going to do the same thing, because you're connecting your battery power to your motor power, so that when you put the battery in, your robot will run. Okay, so you just twist a little bit and then go ahead and fit it down into there, and then take the stopper and fit the stopper down into it. Push it down in, just like that. Okay, so that they are in there together. Get them in as far as you can. And we're going to take this, it's the top arm, and we are going to put it up here at the top. Go ahead and screw it in. Once again, the screws are pretty small, so you might want to go ahead and put it in the screw first, put the screw in first, and then get it into the hole with your screwdriver, and then work it in. Okay, so go ahead and put it in and screw down at the top. Go ahead and get that in. Go ahead and get that screwed down in there. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to do the arms part. Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to take one of the ends and you're going to go ahead and put in the hands. Okay, so go ahead and twist the hands into one side and onto the other one too. And then you might have to cut down this other end here a little bit, okay, because they kind of get a little bit long. So I'm just going to trim off the bottom part just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and with this, go ahead and stick in the parts that are going to attach the arms to the robot. Okay. And then I'm going to take the other body parts right here, along with the arms here. I'm going to put it on the end here, and then I'm going to put a bolt in, the screw in the bolt. Okay, so we're going to take an arm and go ahead and put it up here at the top. Okay, put it on the end. Go ahead and get the screw through this, and then we'll get it through here, and then we'll go ahead and put it in and bolt it to the other side. Have the bolt. Okay, then the other side, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, and we're going to take screw and the bolt. Oops, there we go. The bolt. I'm going to put it in. Go ahead and screw that down in a little bit. Put the bolt on the back and hold the bolt while we are able to screw the other one in. It's okay. Go back over to the other side. Make sure it's in nice and tight too. Okay. The arms will still move, so we can get those arms to move around. Okay. All right, just like this. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with the bottom part here. We're going to go ahead and take the screws that we have here. And go ahead then and take this, go ahead and put it on its back again. Put one screw in. And go ahead and put the other one in. That way it's a little secure. And then put one of the bolts on the bottom. just go ahead and screw your screw into it. Okay, and then go back over to the other side, do exactly the same thing. Screw in the bolt on the bottom. Go ahead and screw that down in. Okay. Make sure it's nice and tight on both sides. Okay. All right, then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this bottom part on, and it's going to go right here. Okay, so we're just going to fit it right into there. And then we're going to go ahead and screw that on in. Okay, just like this. Alright, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and do some eyes for our robot. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these eye parts and take off the back. Just peel it off. There we go. Peel off the back and go ahead and stick it onto the front. And do the same thing for the second one. Go ahead and peel off the back and put it onto the front. And then we're going to go ahead and take these parts and go ahead and screw it into this. There's a little notch that you can put in the wire part here so that it hooks in there. Go ahead and grab a little screw and screw that down in there, just like this. And you're going to do the same thing with the second one. Okay, get that in there. Now I want these kind of curly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to lay it flat against the pencil, and I'm going to grab the bottom end, and then I'm just going to go ahead and twist this around the pencil. You're going to have to kind of grab firmly on it, but go ahead and just twist it around all the way there until you're done, and then just slide it off the pencil. Then you kind of have a little curly Q part of it. So I'm going to do that with the second one. Grab it by the pencil and then just spin it around the pencil till I get it all the way through, and then I have that. And then I'm going to take my two screws and I'm going to go ahead and put my eyeballs up here at the top. And if you notice that on this too, there is a little, let me find it here really quick. There is a spot to be able to hook these into it. Oops. I can hook it down in here. I'm going to put the screw on first. Might be able to stabilize it a little bit better then. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and screw this in here. Make sure you get it in the little notch there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here. This other side. Whoops. Kind of get it down going in there. It's the first thing to do. Go ahead and screw that in. Get it in its spot. There we go. Okay, and then I can move these around to however I want my eyeballs, and so that they'll move them. And then the last thing to do is to put our can in, and so we go ahead and fit our can into our robot, and then we have a tin can robot. We can put the battery in, and away we go.